Hello, welcome to Ennara Reacts. Today I am starting a new series called Reacher, which I believe started in 2022. And the little blurb I read said it's about a ex-military accused of something he didn't do, and maybe there's some conspiracy going on. So we'll see how that goes and if he gets out of the jam that he apparently is in. Georgia. That doesn't sound good. Ooh. I think you already killed him, didn't you? Kind of beating a dead horse there. That is not how you hide a body.
Shining.
It's like the middle of nowhere.
Tell me.
I messed up, okay?
How am I supposed to get ahead when you're wasting my goddamn money? The hell you want, asshole?
Why did you spell?
Listen, man, I'm just having a bad day. Won't happen again.
All that from just a stare, huh?
And peach pie. Best you're gonna find in Georgia.
Isn't Georgia famous for their peaches? Georgia peach? The heck? You can't even take a bite of his pie? How'd anybody even know he was there?
Police! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move!
He's not moving.
You're gonna slide out from behind that booth, nice and slow. Desert's gonna have to wait. You're under arrest for murder.
He literally just got into town.
I'm not asking, sir. I'm telling. But don't worry, I won't kick your ass unless you make me.
Sasquatch don't talk. Jack Reacher, no middle name.
Zip ties?
Cuffs didn't fit him. This looks like some kind of foreign deal.
World War II medal. French.
Where are you keeping the rest of your shit?
He didn't have a bag.
What the hell are you doing in my town?
Explain to him his constitutional rights under the 5th and 14th Amendments, then hope he waives them of his own free will.
Lawyer?
No need, I've got it from here.
Seen him somewhere before. Is he on Bones?
I'll be asking you some questions.
Doesn't talk much, does he?
Victim was male, 30s, big guy. Problem getting prints off the bodies, swollen fingertips. You know who this man was? Anything you want to share besides your riveting company?
Yeah.
Okay then, well.
Can he talk?
I don't need a lawyer.
There you go.
He speaks.
When he wants to. I didn't kill anybody. At least not recently. And not in this town.
That's a strange caveat.
No online profile at all.
The man at the 110th Special Investigations Unit of the military police. What if I'm thinking I'm sitting across from a man who doesn't mind killing and who has the knowledge and training to murder someone and cover it up?
You'd be right. 3 men dropped this body.
3.
This wasn't a first-timer. This was someone who knew how to conduct a quiet, effective kill.
Not making a case for yourself.
A psycho who'd beat up a body post-mortem. Someone completely unhinged. You said the victim was big, so most likely his feet were sticking out, and that's how he got spotted. Tall people never have enough room for their feet.
Yeah.
I got off the bus from Tampa and walked to town.
Greyhound doesn't have a stop in Margrave.
I asked the driver to do me a favor.
Why?
On account of Blind Blake, blues singer. Legend has it he died in Margrave a long time ago. I like music.
That sum up your past 24 hours.
Odd.
I also went to a diner, ordered peach pie, and never got to eat it because I was arrested for murder.
Yep.
The victim's time of death at around midnight last night.
In an investigation, details matter.
We're running down a phone number found in the dead guy's shoe.
Phone companies are slow responding to warrants.
This is home now, hopefully for a while. Go make friends.
I'm guessing the French medal is from her side of the family.
It'll be just like Cameroon, Belgium, and Spain. This the way to the beach?
Yeah. It's $5.
Lovely.
I'm big for my age, just like you're ugly for your age.
Yeah.
Let's just go home.
Okay.
Jerks.
You don't have to do this. It's my fight.
It's never just your fight. You know, Mom was right. Trouble does kind of seem to find you.
Thanks. Trouble just kind of seems to find me.
You magnet.
Chief Morrison says they stay on.
Is that normal to leave on cuffs or zip ties when you're in a cell? Seems excessive.
Got a hit on the phone number.
Sorry, ceramic.
Can't leave them with the cup, I guess.
You invited me over to chat, but never asked what crime.
Wasn't thinking. I just wanted to get you over here so we could talk.
Murder? You know anything about that?
Strange car?
I did it. I killed a guy.
Really?
I did it, okay?
You killed a man you don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Self-defense.
You are my second annoying interrogation today.
Huh.
So you expect me to believe that you, a man with no criminal record, that you just blew a man away and then burnt the body?
Yes, I did.
It was burned? I thought it was beaten.
Your life's about to get very complicated, Mr. Hubble.
Well, if he admits to it, that means they have to let Reacher go, right? Because this guy confessed? They've got no reason to hold Reacher.
Come with me.
No.
What?
Excuse me?
Not until you let these zip ties come off. And they're uncomfortable.
Get the box cutter.
I got it.
Well then. He could have done that at any point, apparently.
You guys recycle. Treating me like a person instead of a perp?
I have no ulterior motives, just information. He just confessed to the murder.
How nice.
You want to run, go for it, but I doubt you're that fast or that bulletproof. One guy lied about killing another guy. That doesn't clear you. He can't shoot pool, let alone shoot a person.
You think I'm working with?
Might still have information to share.
I don't, but Stevenson does. He and Hubble were looking at each other.
He's just worried about family.
You went to Harvard, you recently divorced, and you quit smoking in the last 6 months.
How'd you come up with that?
Yeah.
Baker, he called you a beantown bitch.
Well, all right then.
What a proper Southern super, you still look like Black Sherlock Holmes. A woman in your life making sure you dress right. At your age, divorce is a higher probability, but you still wear the ring. We're not on any major fault lines. It means your leg was bouncing under the table.
Okay.
That combined with the slight aroma of cigarettes in your suit, because it's hard to get out of tweed. You keep up the good work, though. Those things are killers.
Well, alrighty then.
Back inside.
Why?
Follow me. Stevenson, my office.
They don't have any evidence that he did it.
This man seems to think you know something about Hubble that you aren't sharing with me.
Sir, there was a family party last night. Well, Hubble and Charlie were there.
Who's Charlie?
Charlene, too. I drove him home. All I know is that at midnight, he was nowhere near that highway.
Don't answer his questions. He's not your boss.
Right. Sorry.
Does he have money problems?
I don't know what to do.
Just answer the question.
You just told him not to.
Get out of here.
So the other guy has an alibi, though he confessed.
The only way you'll know why Hubble confessed is if he tells you.
Let me know what he says.
Why would he know?
The hell does that mean?
You figured out I quit smoking, but can't figure out what's happening right now.
This is bullshit.
You helped me.
Yeah?
You seem to be confused about your role in this situation. Now, Chief Morrison wants you in custody till we know for sure that all 6'4" of you was on that bus from Tampa.
6'5".
Did they have enough evidence really to hold him? With the other guy having confessed? Even though he had an alibi?
It was nice talking to you.
That's just weird. I mean, how long would it take to get the information from the busing company about him being on the bus? That would clear him, right? Because then they would have confirmed his alibi. I mean, the evidence against him seems kind of circumstantial at the moment. I don't know they can hold him indefinitely.
Thanks for the watch thing.
Shut up. You ruined my trip here.
Wasn't just him. You were arrested before they got him.
Jesus.
He's a big guy.
Time to follow the yellow brick road, inmates.
Ain't no jumper gonna fit you, big boy. That Samoan fella come through here last year. Scrubs made up special.
You.
Whoa, not so fast. Up them drawers. Bend over and spread.
Seriously?
No. Blanket strip search policies are unconstitutional. That weapon's not fitting inside me or any other human being without sending them to the hospital.
It's not like I wanna do this.
I would hope not.
Regulations
The
say.
only thing up my ass right now is you. So if you think you can perform the inspection without getting seriously injured, go for it.
Oh boy.
Otherwise, check the box on your clipboard.
Wow.
I'm really sorry I got you into this. Remember when I said shut up on the bus? Same rule goes for jail.
He didn't really get him into it, though. The Reacher was arrested before they even picked up that guy.
Well, that's not good. We're not with the guys awaiting arraignment. We're with the lifers.
Why? That doesn't seem like normal procedure.
If I were you, I'd be less worried about their sentences and more concerned with their swaps.
Their what?
Guys swapping smokes, desserts, TV time, all for first crack at you.
Crack at him?
You're not a human in here, you're currency.
There she is.
She?
She ready.
Oh boy.
You heard me. Give my shoes like a good little bitch. Good girl.
Why would you want his shoes?
Get my glasses.
Ew.
Now, there's just one more thing I want from you. What you want?
To give you a choice. So you and your friends can leave now. They can carry your fat ass out in a bucket. Now I'll count to 3.
Bitch.
1, 2.
Didn't get to 3. Well, alrighty then.
Plus a pair of glasses.
Yeah. I don't think those are gonna be prescription, though.
Now get out of my cell.
That skinny dude's gonna be sticking to you like glue, man.
I'm not a ventriloquist. Get off my lap. I won't let anybody touch you.
You're the only thing keeping me alive in here.
No shit.
He has a known alibi. How'd he even end up there, even though he confessed? I don't understand.
They give me no choice. These guys, they forced me to help them with their financial scheme, okay? My bosses promised if I disrupt their operation in any way, they'd nail me to a wall. Literally, in front of my family. Cut my balls off and make me eat them.
Ew. Graphic.
Psychos.
I'm gonna hit the head.
I think I'll go with you.
Figured as much.
Yeah. Kinda no-brainer. I'm not familiar with prisons. Are they generally allowed to just kind of wander around the facilities willy-nilly? Are they not supposed to be in designated areas at specific times? With some guards around?
Always knew what's about to happen to you. You'd leave now.
Oh, somebody's got a... I think it's called a shiv.
1.
Nope. Does that a lot. Says he's gonna count to 3, never gets there. Ow. Ooh. Crap. Jeez. Oh, broken leg. Dang.
The hell are you two doing down here? Before the warden sees.
What do you mean before the warden sees?
My report says you were placed upstairs. Why are you in Gen Pop?
That's where the guy put us.
Somebody messed up.
Anyone asks, you've been here the whole time.
Nah. I think he needs a new shirt, or at least some laundry or something.
Got Reacher's military record from DC. West Point graduate, Silver Star. Defense Superior Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Soldier's Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Bronze Star, a second Silver Star, and a Purple Heart.
Highly decorated.
Over 150 closed cases, all successful prosecutions, more than 20 fugitives captured.
Oh, he's military police.
Guy like that doing in Margrave.
What's a guy like that doing in jail?
Yeah,
I hate to be the one to put him in there.
exactly.
Get out of my office.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Cigarettes. Don't do it. So are they gonna let him out of the prison now? Not quite sure how he ended up in there in the first place. It seemed like the evidence was all circumstantial. They put him in there just because he didn't like him for some reason. Because he's a, what, out-of-towner? Just automatically makes him guilty of something? They have radios built into the cells?
Hoping a Beatles song would come on.
You should eat. You look like hell.
Yeah.
That's because I saw you gouge a man's eyes out.
You started it.
That's true. It's just one eye.
They might try to kill me as soon as I'm bailed out.
You important to their operation?
Real important.
And you're probably okay. I'm more curious why whoever you work for wants me dead.
What do you mean?
That guard from last night, Spivey. You set us up in Gen Pop.
Where he wasn't supposed to be.
He played off like it was some kind of innocent mistake, but it was intentional. Something bad's going down in Margrave, and I don't need to be a part of it.
Yeah. Weird.
My wife should be here soon.
I don't give a shit.
Figured a guy with no money, ID, or car could use Lyft.
Common carriers are notoriously difficult. How'd you get him to cooperate?
Lad.
Alrighty.
Roscoe's actually my first name.
Really?
Never met a woman named Roscoe before.
Ah. That's weird.
So what's your last name?
Conklin.
I'm on the next bus out of here.
I feel bad about the Margrave welcome wagon running you over.
Why they got it out for him, though?
I was gonna apologize with an early dinner, but if you're not sticking around.
Okay. Lockups made me a bit gamey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just t-shirt and jeans.
Don't you miss your family?
I guess so. They're all dead.
Oh.
For my brother, Joe.
Where's he?
No idea.
No idea? Why do you not know?
I don't lie to people who get me out of jail. I'm here because of Blind Blake. So I got on a bus.
Random.
You just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Works for me.
Surprised they had anything in his size. He's a big guy.
Don't go getting yourself arrested for murder again.
I should certainly hope not. Or anything else for that matter. People are not used to seeing strangers in town, I guess.
I was thinking of shave, Mr. Mosley.
Blind alley cat can shave and eat.
Never heard that phrase before.
A blues fan might be able to tell me a bit about Blind Blake's time in Margrave.
Mr. Reacher,
Small town.
I guess.
when a giant stranger gets arrested for murder, word gets around. Of course, Miss Roscoe cleared you, so I ain't scared of you none. The Kleiner Foundation takes care of Margrave. Heartland deal.
Has that truck been following him?
That there's Kleiner Jr. and his bug house cousin, Dawson. I call him Trouble.
Keep my seat warm, would you?
What's the deal?
You looking for a dance partner?
Okay.
Go with me?
Hell, I'll dance.
Talking to the guy in pricier boots, better haircut, and expensive truck he lets you sit shotgun in.
I'm not much of a dancer. Reading something interesting just this morning about some charges brought against a Major Jack Reacher. Charges of a very serious nature, but charges that somehow disappeared. What's your bag, Mr. Reacher?
How would he have found out anything that happened to him overseas? That wasn't listed in the report that the police got. At least not anything about charges. They just had his medals and stuff.
Another body was found in the brush, 40 yards from the first one, same caliber bullet.
I was looking forward to spending time with you before leaving.
Did Hubble talk when you two were locked up?
No. My alibi clear.
Just because we know you weren't here when these bodies dropped doesn't mean you might not have something to do with them.
What evidence have you got?
And maybe you need to cool your heels back at Warburton while we get that done over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't think so.
Perhaps the medical examiner will say something that jars your memory about Hubble, and you can share it with me. I want you to do what I say. Now.
Under what authority? He's not your employee. He didn't commit the crimes. I don't see how you've got any reason to make him stay if he doesn't want to, or make him do anything else.
These are my first murders, so please tell me you know who did this. Dental work was inconsistent. Some of it was done in the U.S. and the rest was foreign. What? No, do not. Is he new on the force, or?
Well, kind of.
Sort of.
First victim was allergic to latex. Killers must have worn some kind of polyvinyl protective suit to keep blood DNA off themselves. Broke his right arm when he was 8, had it set in Berlin, had his tonsils taken out at 10 in Seoul.
How do you know that? Somebody he know?
We were wrestling. I pinned him against the stove. Didn't know my mother had just turned it off.
Is that his brother?
That's how my brother got this scar.
Holy crap.
You tell me right now, what's going on? What was your brother doing in Margrave?
I don't know.
When's the last time you saw Joe?
A minute ago in the morgue. Hell, no wonder Sharon left you.
Oh.
Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. What are you doing here in Margrave? Blind Blake!
But why was your brother there?
I know you're not the kind of guy to beat up on somebody half your size without good reason.
He's given me a reason.
And you've got kind eyes. Do what I say, Reacher. Please.
Okay.
You okay, Reacher?
Just thinking maybe my brother told me about Blind Blake for a reason. Thinking I'm supposed to do something about it.
Like what?
Find out who killed your brother.
I guess I'll find everybody responsible and kill every last one of them.
Probably best not to have said that in front of the cops. They prefer their justice a little different than that method. Wow. Some weird stuff going on there. He just randomly ends up someplace where his brother ended up murdered, that he didn't know was even in the town, didn't know where he was at all. Something shady going on. Now, is he going to be working with the police department now, like a job? On to the next one.
Where do you think you're going? Reacher!
Maybe give him some space.
He did just lose his brother, for crying out loud.
Follow him. Make sure he doesn't ruin our case. Outside the morgue, he actually listened to you.
And what if he doesn't now?
Shoot him.
He's not the criminal here. You can't just shoot him. Did you lose him? Oh, nope, he right there.
I could have hit you. First, this is not your investigation. Second, babysitting some giant vagrant's hardly my dream this time. And let me do my job, because I'm very good at it.
If you were very good at it, you wouldn't have been trying to follow a man on foot in a police car.
Yeah.
And dig your thumb into his eye until he tells you why I confessed to a murder he didn't commit.
You might have been able to get away with that stuff with enemies when you were in the military, but you're kind of dealing with citizens now, and that's frowned upon. That is not how you go about due diligence and policing.
For the record, I'm not a vagrant. I'm a hobo.
Whatever.
Thank you for that distinction.
My husband told me that you looked out for him in that awful prison. Please, have a seat.
Fancy house.
Do you know where Paul is? He's dealing with that embezzlement mess.
My brother was murdered.
I don't know what to say.
And he had your husband's telephone number on him.
Tally's growing like a weed. Yeah, I know. She's the one with the glasses.
Somebody likes records. How much snooping can you do on the pretense of going to the bathroom? Doesn't take that long to use bathroom.
We've taken up enough of your time. Have a nice evening.
Who's running this investigation?
Well, guess we're going.
Okay.
That was an exit.
Glasses is the main difference between the girls. Glasses was absolute.
And?
What difference does that make?
Right before I was attacked in prison, a guy pointed at me and said him. Their instructions were clearly to find the new boys and take out the one in glasses. He was a target, not me. Some kind of seed.
It's an agrimony burr. Do you ever call them hitchhikers because they stick on you and they go for a ride?
They grow when my brother was killed.
But he had an alibi for that, being at his family's party.
No pick up hitchhikers in bank hallways. Killer was a skilled marksman. Second victim was sprinting away in the dark. Gun had a silencer on it, which made...
And night vision if the guy was running away in the dark, right?
Size 13, see the divot?
Hadn't they been over this crime scene before? Wouldn't they have gotten shoe print molds or whatever?
This is where he hid. He enjoyed it.
How do you know that?
Sniper shot from the tree line would have done the job with less risk. Shooter wanted to be close. Someone takes your life, it's always personal.
I'm not sure that's always the case. Snipers will take out people in the military and it's not necessarily personal. It's a target.
Are you guys tight? Did he have a family? What did he do for a living?
Last time we spoke, he was working in Homeland Security.
Homeland.
And connected to his job? Homeland's a big umbrella. Terrorism, drugs.
We hadn't spoken in a while.
Why?
What?
Time passed.
That's not a reason.
I'll give you a ride.
Don't want one.
Mister, why don't you come here? We want to talk to you.
No, you don't.
We just want to talk to you.
No.
Heard you got arrested for murder.
Business isn't yours. He was acquitted. Or not acquitted, but released because he had an alibi.
Rich guy in a fancy pickup put a 50 in each of your pockets to take care of me.
Honored.
Inflation.
Well, this is the wrong day to ask me to humor your bullshit.
Wrong move, asshat.
Oh, Graham, you idiot.
You're about to get your ass kicked.
You are.
I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us here.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
I know where the hospital is.
He'll drive.
What the hell just rolled into Margrave?
You know what? You saw his military history. I don't understand why anybody's put a mark out on him, though. He wasn't involved in anything. Uh-oh. Isn't that the house with the banker's wife and kids?
I can't talk right now. There's been another murder.
Seriously?
Police Chief Morrison.
For the record, I didn't do it.
That seems like a lot of murders in a very short period of time in a small town.
Last night you wanted to go everywhere with me.
What did they do to the chief? Baker won't talk about it.
Just keep the looky-loos away, right?
So not the banker's house. It's the chief's house.
What is he doing here?
You told me keep an eye on him. I keep an eye on him. Look, there he is.
Crime scene's worse than anything I ever saw in Boston.
Is he nailed to a wall?
That kind of knowledge probably shouldn't be bandied about. Might incriminate you. So somehow the chief is also involved in the same thing that the banker dude was involved in? Because that's the torture or whatever that the banker had been talking about being threatened with.
Nailed to the wall, contralaterally with 6 spikes. 2 near the wrist and Jesus Christ.
Wow.
A laceration to the...
Okay.
How'd you know about the nails?
Holy shit, his fucking balls are gone.
Ooh.
Keep it professional, Jasper.
You don't see this kind of thing every day.
I would hope not.
Where the heck are his testicles?
In his stomach.
Ew.
You'll find him during the autopsy.
Great.
Okay, Reacher, outside. How do you know what you know?
The people Hubble worked for said they'd nail him to a wall and cut his balls off if he caused problems.
You said Hubble didn't tell you anything in jail.
I lied.
Nah.
My brother didn't trust Margrave cops enough to tell you he was tracking something down here. Why should I? Joe was clean, unlike that modern art piece hanging inside. What I want to know is who else in Margrave PD's in on it. Suspect.
Baker wasn't concerned because he knew you didn't do it, which means he knows who did.
Roscoe checks out because she dug in to get me out of prison. Why does a black cop from Boston with a 20-year pension come work in a southern backwater town in the middle of nowhere?
It's kind of weird.
You next in line for Morrison's job?
Mayor Teal didn't promote Finley, he just appointed himself acting chief.
So I guess that means he's dirty and you're okay.
And nothing means more to me than your vote of confidence.
We'll let them think they've got it under control for now.
There's no we here.
Not really. Unless he's on the payroll.
But the way they were killed sent a message to their organization. You can't go it alone. There's only we here. You don't see that? I'll find whoever killed Joe on my own.
Now I've caught 4 bodies.
5. They do this to a cop, went out a banker.
Great. You went down south for peace and quiet in a small Georgia town. At some point, I'm wondering if they're going to do some kind of flashback scenario to get some backstory on what the heck is going on between Reacher and his brother that led him to this town in the first place.
I thought you might have been paused while I left the gate open. Realized he'd never come home.
Didn't they kill the cop's wife too? That was the person on the floor. So she would need some kind of protection at the house here too, with her and the kids.
I'll stay here since I'm armed. You go find Finley. He'll know what to do with them, but they need some kind of protection.
Just toss stuff around.
You see anyone under 6'5" come near this house, shoot him.
Finley's 5'8".
Yep.
Under 6'5"? Shorter than him? Really, anybody shorter than him, shoot him.
Till we have the perpetrators behind bars and on their way to getting the needle.
Lethal injection.
But what the hell do you know about law enforcement? Detective, too.
I think he's talking about you.
You think?
But what does some Yankee cop know about Margrave?
Oh, what about that animal you rested out on the diner?
I think she's talking about you.
Yep.
Y'all had him in jail. Why'd you let him go?
'Cause he didn't do it.
Margrave was run down. Broken. Main Street boarded up.
He seems kind of a schmoozy kind of person.
Who can bounce back, right? Who can survive anything? I have faith in our new chief of police, Mayor Teal.
Can you be chief of police and mayor at the same time?
Chief Teal now, Captain.
Of course, my mistake.
Wouldn't a mayor be a higher title?
Pattern. What the hell has Morrison and his wife got to do with an out-of-towner and some fella he was probably diddling under an overpass?
Yeah.
Not related.
On the highway.
A police officer was crucified. I think that takes priority.
Teal's trying to frame the Morrison hit as a revenge killing.
Told you he's dirty.
You're one of those conspiracy nuts.
Not a nut if those guys are shady.
Give us cover while we work the real angles. These guys get antsy, think Charlie has even a 1% chance of knowing anything.
I get it.
Yep.
Can we trust Picard?
Gave me the best advice I ever got. Don't take the Margrave job.
And yet, you did it anyway.
With my hand to God, we'll find the killer.
Uh-huh.
We'd be happy to keep you updated on the investigation. Just leave your contact information with the department before you head out.
I'm not leaving. I figured I'd stick around a while. Margrave's such a nice town.
Uh-huh.
Used to be. Not so much lately. Heard about your brother. May the Lord bless him. Keep him in a plastic container.
Plastic container? Why?
You looking for payback?
Payback, justice, vengeance.
Whatever.
Watch your back, Mr. Reacher.
Worried about me, Mr. Mosley?
Worried about my bottom line. You might need another shave before you leave town.
Very true.
So now there's more people looking for him?
Where are we going?
Got a call from Finley. FBI agent named Picard is on his way. Picard will keep you safe. That's what your husband would have wanted.
Why are you talking about him in the past tense?
They haven't found a body or anything yet.
There'll be time to grieve later. You have to think about your kids.
Tact is not his strong suit. Another flashback.
Should Billy keep dancing? All signs indicate yes.
You boys looking for a dance partner?
You think you can take all of us?
Let's find out.
It's Billy's dad. Go, 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 go.
Suspicious vehicle again. That was the one outside the banker's house when he decided to confess.
Mind putting the cannon down?
Told you I need my own gun.
This is off the books. To get a family into an actual protection program would take time and red tape. I told him not to take this job.
Because he knew there was something funny going on, or just in general bad idea being in the South?
Spivey's the key.
He won't tell you anything.
Depends on how I ask.
Yeah?
Tanner Spivey, Chief Detective Finley, Margrave PD, calling on account of Jack Reacher. Is there somewhere we can meet up?
Impersonating an officer?
See you there, jackass.
Pretty sure that's illegal.
You know, I never met Detective Finley, but I heard all about him. You sure as hell don't sound like a black man from Boston unfound. You should have let those boys kill you in the prison. Would have been a lot less painful.
Why are they out to get him?
No. It's too small. It'll be uncomfortable. Maybe you don't want to draw attention firing outside a crowded bar.
Probably.
Or maybe you have orders to take me to your boss so we can find out how much I know.
See, that's the one.
And you guys know what Cato said about hesitation, right?
Cato?
He who hesitates...
And Spivey guy just took off? Who's got the harder head?
It didn't go as planned.
Really?
Well, this one's special. You need stitches.
No, I don't.
Super glue it is.
I know you can use super glue, but isn't there a limit as to how long of a cut that works for? Or?
I said you could work with us.
My fault Spivey didn't buy it. I shoved a pole as far up my ass as I could. I still couldn't sound like you.
You've been here a couple of beating up some locals and fought a couple of goons in the park. How'd you know they were South American military?
Spoke Spanish, had Glock 17s.
Well, okay then.
If they weren't, I would have killed them within 10 seconds. I have no idea what the hell's going on around here.
Join the club.
Turns out Joe was working for the Secret Services Division of Homeland.
It may be, but money's at the root of every crime there is. Where do you think you're going? Go get some rest.
I'm getting a beer.
Absolutely not. Doesn't come after you like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein was the doctor. They went after Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Details matter.
You're going back to your motel.
I'm just gonna sit in a bar.
And then someone will say something you don't like and you'll break their head open. Now, you can go to your motel right now and sleep in a comfortable bed, or I can arrest you for vagrancy and you can sleep in my holding cell.
He's not a vagrant. He's got a hotel room.
He's not a vagrant. He's a hobo.
What? Make sure he goes straight back to the motel.
Can you really tell him where to go? He's not under arrest or anything.
In the past few days, you lost one brother and had 4 fights. If anybody needs a drink, it's you.
There's that.
There's a roadhouse just across the border in Alabama. But you gotta behave.
Maybe some dinner.
Maybe they'll even play you that blues stuff you like.
Okay.
We gotta stop by a gas station and get you a t-shirt with a little less blood on it.
Probably.
It's not a twist off.
Okay then.
Go off.
Not feeling worse.
Well, that's a start, ain't it?
I guess.
Uh-oh. Playing Patsy. You know what that means?
No.
It means we gotta dance. Practically the law.
I don't dance.
Don't ask him.
You're telling me that your mama never taught her sons how to dance?
When I ask people to dance, it usually precedes a lot of punching.
Why?
Good thing I'm doing the asking. Frankenstein's monster.
Well, Frankenstein's monster did have a wife. Could have learned to dance. Oh. That's some rain.
Should have taken my jacket.
I'm a big girl.
Not compared to him, but okay.
Look at this.
That's not good.
Hey, take a beat, champ. We're far from Margrave.
Not far enough.
Out of your jurisdiction. You don't have the license to carry it.
Road east to the highway flooded.
Is there a motel near here? Sorry, I didn't have anything in my truck your size. I was sworn I had a paint tarp or circus tent.
Paint tarp, circus tent.
You always eat this well?
I was hungry.
I don't even know a place like that even has room service.
Wet bars are the best. Had these at every PX on every base I ever lived at when I was a kid.
Prefer Zagnut.
No one prefers Agnata. Read it out loud.
Spicy Cajun crottators.
Crottators? The heck is a crottator? So now those two are stuck in a motel room together.
You okay down there?
It's probably slept in worse places.
Slept in worse places.
My parents died when I was a kid, but I had Gray. He was my parents' best friend.
Took her in?
Looked out for me, kind of like a second dad. But he had a dark side too. Was depressed a lot. Hung himself from the rafters in his garage about a year ago.
Ah, crap.
These are my favorite. What about you?
Snapdragons. Cool name, hard to kill.
Okay then.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody I know. I was wondering if you had any family I didn't know about.
No. I hadn't walked in that bar a few days ago, heard that Blind Blake song, probably would have been years before I found out he was dead.
Sagnut ain't cutting it.
Should have had the Clark bar.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Who breaks into a cop's house? Nobody good. Don't mess up the evidence. There's footprints.
Rubber overshoes.
They're gonna kill me?
Could have been here for me. My car was parked out front.
But now are they going to make a connection that they can get to him through her? Association with him is
looks like
bad for her.
I'm really gonna need a gun.
Yes. Yes, you probably are. Well, that is very interesting. A lot of action-packed drama, not know what the heck is going on in this town. Definitely a lot of bad stuff, though. I mean, geez, they already listed, they said, what, 4 murders in a 2-day time span? In a small town? That's ridiculous. And trying to say that they're not at all related? That doesn't seem likely. Okay, a lot going on there. Well, thanks for watching with me. If you got any recommendations for other shows or movies to watch, drop it in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Remember to hit like and subscribe.